Commanders, attention! Welcome to your weekly Alliance briefing where we break down the critical intel from the week of May 30th through June 6th. I'm Big Positive Geek, your field liaison in this never-ending war for cores, shards, and sanity. Today's debrief includes new tactical updates on the Danger Room, adjustments to the Accursed Team, creator field reports you won't want to miss, and a full sit rep on this week's blog drop. So let's gear up, lock in, and get you and your alliance fully mission ready. Let's move out! Alright, so the news this week. We had a blog on the 2nd of June on the official Marvel Strike Force website. Detailed the Danger Room frequently asked questions. Let's head on over to this blog and see what it's all about. All right, so Commanders, we have been following closely monitoring the feedback regarding the Danger Room, and we want to address some of the more frequently asked questions that we have seen. Did the scoring method change mid-event? No, it did not. The way it works is that if you have successfully completed an elite mission and finish the run, it will add the points from your run to your total score. So this question, I believe, was asked because in the leaderboard section, it said your total is your highest total score, basically. So people were expecting it to just be the one run score that counted, not a cumulative, which is what it was in this first event. How will scoring work in the future? Our plan for future instances of the Danger Room is that your highest run score, whether or not you complete an elite mission, will be the only score that counts for your total point. This is going to make it a little bit harder if they put those big sort of rewards near the end, especially for newer players. But I guess we should all be happy where we get to in the, in the milestones. If you can't quite reach that bottom one, that's there for the people who have the, been playing the game longer with the bigger rosters. The Danger Room is meant to be a fun, replayable mode where you use your game knowledge, skillful play, and a bit of luck to manage the risk and dynamic situations you'll encounter in a Danger Room run. By rewarding players for their best score, we hope to avoid making the Danger Room a grind mode where players feel obliged to play more often than they enjoy. I don't know how this highest run score thing will affect that, though. I think that if it's just going to take people's highest run score, that's going to make people probably run it more than what they want to, in my honest opinion. Does the Danger Room have a preloaded turn meter to give the enemy teams an advantage? Because this was what a lot of people thought, and the answer to that question is no. There are no missions that had a preloaded turn meter. Basically, it was down to the kits of the characters that was making you either be slow and they have speed up, which would obviously put them in front of you, and so on and so forth. How do the rental tokens work? So for this run of the Danger Room, the rental tokens reset with every new run. However, in future runs, it will be 5 rental tokens per day. I don't think that really makes any sort of difference. If you are a newer player and you're trying to get through and you are using the rental token characters, I don't think that's as bad, because you could pretty much just do, this event is around for more than a day. And I think sometimes we forget this. We see these names on the leaderboards who have it up there within the first 30 minutes or the first hour or whatever. And they've got these really big scores and we go, Christ, I've not even got on yet. And I think we sometimes forget that these events go on for days and days and days and days and days. And let's remember, last time the leaderboard for this event, for this Danger Room event, was just some player frames. It's purely cosmetic. If you are someone who needs to collect it all, that's great. I understand that. But I think they did a really good job here, but we need to remember as players that these events a lot of the time are going to last a lot longer than just the single day. So I don't see this as being a problem. You could do one run one day, next day you're going to get your rental tokens back, you can do another run the next day, not an issue. How often do you plan to run the Danger Room? They are planning to run the Danger Room about once a month, but this may evolve depending on player feedback and how it fits with the overall event schedule. That's right, that shows to me that they are looking at players' playtime as well and maybe going, well, can we fit it in this week with what we've got planned with the events that we've got, you know, with the amount of engagement we're looking for from the players? I like that. Will the Danger Room always include the same characters? No. Each run of the Danger Room will feature new teams as well as some standalone characters who fit in with the theme of the Danger Room. That's pretty cool. Will more mission nodes be added to the Danger Room? Yes, obviously it will. That should have been a clear yes to that. This is going to be a mode that they're going to keep building on. They said to us when they were talking about the Danger Room that they wanted to get this into our hands quick so we could test it, you know, so that they weren't giving us another sort of battle world thing where they were hanging around for years to create it and then it came out and it flopped. They'd rather create it quick, which they did. From what it seems, it was quite a quick process to create this, and now they can start making changes and making it better, and I like that. I like that approach. So that is the Danger Room frequently asked questions. What did you think of the Danger Room? Do you think there are any changes that need to do it? What do you think of these changes? Why don't you let me know all of that down in the comments below. And the next thing we're going to cover is some communication from our community manager, Pathfinder. Let's take a look at what he has had to say recently on the official Discord. All right, so this is the post off of the official Discord from Pathfinder. Commanders, we've added a couple of updates to Juggernaut and the Hood to help the Accursed team have more staying power on defense. Juggernaut Special, a movable object has been updated so that his 20% healing now affects his Accursed allies. That'd be pretty good. The Hood's passive, Demonic Thief, has the following updates. In Crucible, if this character has 3 or more Accursed allies, enemies cannot gain offense up. In Crucible, if this character has 3 or more Accursed allies, the speed of this character and each ally can only be reduced by slow. While these updates are okay, I do not feel that these updates are going to make much of a difference. What we have seen from the Cosmic Crucible Envoy tournament, and certainly the Envoy playtesting videos, go and check them out on YouTube. This team struggles when it is got ahead by characters that have a natural speed stat faster than them. That's where this team falls apart. And also something that I was brought up, which I have changed my infographic, which is available on the Jetson Squad Discord. Link will be in the description down below for that one. But one thing that was brought to my attention was when we get the full team and we have Satana, her passive blocks barrier on everyone and also blocks regeneration and minor regeneration on everyone. So Juggernaut, who is the tank, who I put down as a fortifier in my initial sort of thing, but I must have missed that line in Satana's kit, if I'm completely honest with you. That doesn't work. Fortifier on Juggernaut does not work because Satana blocks it. And so we haven't dealt with the fact that the team with the fastest speed stat are going to get around these guys. And we haven't dealt with the fact that Satana is basically neutering 2 Isotope 8 classes for her own team as well as the opposing team. So I think if they can sort that out, if they can make it so that enemies can't gain barrier and enemies can't gain regeneration or minor regeneration, that would be a good start. That would be a really good start to making this team better. And then we just need to figure out about the speed stat, and then it'd be golden. And that is it from this week's news. Let's go and have a look at what other commanders are putting out in the channels of YouTube for you all to watch. Alright, so first up on the signal boost, we have ZeroKoolGamer, and he has a sit down with our good buddy Dinman to talk over some of the cheap stroke budget picks for the Professor Xavier saga. These two bounced off each other really well in this video, which is one of the reasons why I am pushing this. Also, it is a really helpful video, especially if you are, like me, still chasing that Professor Xavier. He will be mine one day. He will be mine. But yeah, hopefully this video will help you out if you are looking for some cheaper options for Professor X. But not to be outdone, Dinman comes in with his very own video, the best budget teams. He has been testing a hell of a lot of characters within the Professor X saga. I really do thank him for all his work that he is doing for the community. It is brilliant, you know, and completely, it's unique in YouTube. I haven't seen anyone else doing this sort of work for the community. So massive props to Dinman2323 on this one. Again, if you are just coming up to the Professor X saga now and you're looking to try and get him as quickly as possible, these are some of the best budget teams you can get hold of. So go and watch this video. And also another massive congratulations to Dinman, who this week was accepted into the Envoy program. So well done, Dinman. Hope you can do some good in there as well, buddy. And it must be that time of the month again, because GideonXL hits the signal boost with the best teams for June 2026. Is this thumbnail a little teaser as to what's coming up in the future? Oh, this could be quite good. Well, we don't know. I'm just joshing here. Anyway, if you are newer to the game, or if you want to know what teams you need to get into the meta, then this video has you covered. Go and check it out. And last but by no means least, another really good video this week came from Rayge Gaming of the Allspark cluster community. Win Arena. This is going over the arena, his arena defense, and what he's using on offense. It's a really good video, especially if occasionally you forget what you're doing in arena, especially with some of the changes that come to arena. It is a very fluid landscape a lot of the time, so this is a decent video. Go and check it out. And as per usual, if you have any other creators that I haven't covered in this video or in any of my other videos like this, then stick their details down below in the comments. I love to watch all the new content coming from Marvel Strike Force. Again, without you guys watching, these content creators wouldn't be doing what they're doing. So don't forget, if you haven't already, go and give these creators a like. Go and give them a subscribe. It keeps them creating the content. It keeps that drive going for them. So now it's time to take a look at the weekly blog. And this one is the Cloak of Dormammu. So on Friday, some of you would have already seen this. We had the Freedom Spire launched. And again, Little plug for Dinman. He did a Freedom Spire video on Friday covering all the floors. So go and check that out on his YouTube channel. Monday, so tomorrow, we have Harbinger Week 6 starting. That is going to give us 100 Hyperion shards. So that is your free-to-play Hyperion event coming. Cosmic War Alliance event. This has changed slightly this week. You're going to be earning 25 Songbird shards from this event. I really do wish they would put the name of the event here. They've put a leaderboard event down, but that event is, I believe, the Accursed Rain or something like that is called. We'll go over that down below. Hyperion Strike Pass next week. I get these Strike Passes and that, they are coming so quick now. The characters coming into them. It is so quick. It's not just me thinking that, is it, guys? Why don't you let me know down below in the comments? And we have the Shadow King trials returning now. I am going to wonder if this is going to be available this time around if you have 7 yellow stars on Shadow King, because Old Man Logan came back last week. It was in the blog, but I don't know about you guys, but me with my Old Man Logan at 7 yellow didn't get a chance at the Old Man Logan trial again. So maybe they have put that proviso in now that if you have them at 7 yellow, you're not going to see their trial. June the 10th, which is Tuesday at 11 AM PDT or 9 PM. Sorry, no. June the 10th at 11 AM PDT, which for us here in good old Blighty is 7 PM BST. We have Battle World launching. And on June the 12th, which is Thursday at 2 PM PDT or 10 PM GMT, or BST, should I say, because we are now in British summertime, we have the next member of the Accursed Team, the Hood, becoming available. Time to crack those red star orbs to get the increased chance on that. And if you are going to use your power cores or cold hard cash, it'll be good time to buy. This week's shard sources. So we have Quasar coming from the Mystical Relic 2 in the Week 2 event. Hyperion is coming from the Harbinger Week 2 event. There's 100 shards of him. 25 shards of Songbird in Cosmic War. I'm guessing this is going to be her free-to-play unlock method. But a bit weird that we're getting Hyperion, which was the last member of the team to be released, before we're actually getting Songbird unlocked. And null shards from Battle World. So yeah, that's right. If you are like me and sat on your 5 red null this week, we will be getting the 6th red star and the 6th yellow star. The Harbinger month 2 earn 310 Quasar shards. We went over this earlier on in the week, so we don't need to worry about that. We do need to worry about is the Harbinger Week 6 event, which is going to start on Monday in the command center. So your daily objectives is going to be completely all clear daily mission. That's going to be, you know, you should be doing that anyway, really. Your weekly objectives is to play Cosmic Crucible, play raids with Thunderbolts. Hopefully you will have them unlocked, but I am sure this will be achievable for those of you who don't have them all unlocked. Collect Astral Force by defeating Shadow King in the Chaotic Storm raids. That's the bio boss node in the Chaotic Storm raid. And find this week's Pride gem. That'll probably be, as per usual, on a node of an LGBTQ character from Marvel. Last week's one was Iceman. This week's one, I will probably put the event video out a little bit later so I can see if I can find the gem and include it in that video as well. The rewards are going to be the Cloak of Dorm Army, which is the event item, and 100 Hyperion shards. Lovely. Premium objectives is to battle in Blitz with the Hood. Cool. And you're going to get Thunderbolt Diamond Orbs as those premium rewards. And Cosmic War and the Accursed Rain, we are going to go over in a moment. There are Shadow King Diamond Orbs, which are available to purchase to earn points towards the Accursed Rain Leaderboard event and have a chance at up to 3 diamonds on Shadow King. So that is going to be a premium thing. Accursed Diamond Orbs and Accursed Diamond Credits. So similar to the Thunderbolts, the Accursed are going to have the Diamond Orbs. Now, I haven't had a Thunderbolt Diamond Orb yet, so hey ho, I don't spend on the game though, so I wouldn't expect to have that. We go on to hear about Hood. Red Stars is available on the day from his orb, so not a problem there. Goes over that. Quasar Red Star event ending soon. Yeah, I need to get that done as well. That is a soon ending event. I need to do something about that on the baby account. It did throw me for a loop though on the baby account, because on the big boy account, doing it at the highest difficulty, all the nodes are set up as Harbinger, or it specifies one of the Harbinger teams, so either the Vigilantes or Vigilantes and Thunderbolts, and then obviously and Quasar. However, on the baby account, I tried the highest difficulty I thought I would be able to do, which was difficulty 4, which is where I am at the moment on the baby account. And on the lower difficulties, now I can kind of understand this, but, and there is a big caveated but here. On some of the nodes, there's no restrictions on the nodes until you get to like the middle. And then there are the city nodes, which is cool. You can use your Vigilantes on that one. But then there is the hero node. And that gives your Vigilante team a massive kick in the proverbials, because you can't take Electra at that point. And because you can't take Electra, you're not making the most out of the Vigilante team. So I don't know. I don't like the fact that they put that hero node in. I would much prefer them to have, even on the lower difficulties, like difficulty 4, just kept it with the same sort of thing. Maybe just have it open as Harbinger right the way through, so you could use any Harbinger team. If you did a lower difficulty, why don't you let me know in the comments down below what you think of that? Would you have been able to do it if it was Harbinger only? Again, let me know down in the comments below. Red Star and Diamond availability update. Now, I've heard a lot about this, and I think there's been a bit of a hoo-ha about this, but yeah. We'll soon be updating how Red Stars and Diamonds are available for the latest characters. Beginning with the Vigilante team, instead of going to the Elite Store for direct Red Star and Diamond promotions, they will go into the Chapter Store and be acquired using Chapter currency. After 2 months in the Chapter Store, direct promotions for those characters will move into the Elite Store. While in the Chapter Store, direct promotions for a character will always appear, allowing you to promote characters without having to wait for their randomized appearance. Be on the lookout for Red Stars and Diamonds for the Vigilante characters in the Intel Store towards the end of June. So this doesn't affect your initial Red Stars. So they will still, as we've seen here with the Hood one, that power up the Hood with even more Red Stars available on the same day as his orb. He'll be featured in the Red Star orbs at an increased drop rate. So that is not going to change. You will still be able to get the Red Stars from the Red Star orbs on the day the character is released. What this is basically saying is that later on, when normally we have to wait until their fountain ability, basically they've got to go to bumps before they hit the Elite Store for the Red Star promotions and the Diamond promotions. And sometimes if they've given those diamonds away as a leaderboard event, we've had to wait even longer because they have to give that exclusivity from the leaderboard, which is fine. This speaks to me like they are going to be putting direct promotions for the newer teams in the store quicker. So we are going to be able to, so effectively people who are not just plowing all their intel into the Gear Tier 20, but are also plowing some of their intel into character shards. If you're able to propel your character shards forward, maybe, you know, you don't buy a full 7-star character, you maybe buy a 6 and you've got to get the last shards that you buy with intel or whatever. Just spitballing ideas here, but those diamonds will be available for intel a lot quicker than what they would have been previously in the Elite Store. But they will eventually go to the Elite Store, so you will still get a chance with your silver diamond credits to buy them. I like this. I like the fact that this Intel store, or these chapter stores, and I think they're a really good thing for the game, by the way, because everything is always there. So that the net is so small that apart from the rotating like Gear Tier 20 minis and stuff like that, the majority of things are there all the time. Like, you're not rotating through characters. It's not like you're waiting for a character to turn up in that store. You know, Silver Sable, Daredevil Modern, Hitmonkey, Lalandra is in there if you haven't already got her. Havoc, Howard the Duck, all of those characters that aren't yet available anywhere else in the game, apart from now Starjammers are available from the Battle World store, but anyway, those characters are available all the time in those stores, and it is only like certain things that are rotating. And if they're going to keep the diamonds in that store as well at the same time, if they're going to increase the slots and put the diamonds in there and the red stars in there, I can only see that as a benefit. And what I do really hope for is that the store will look at what you've got, and I'm sure this is what is going to happen, but the store will have a set thing. So it'll have like red stars and diamonds for Silver Sable, let's say. And the store will look at what your character has, and it'll go, right, so you've already got a 7, so I'm not going to include any of the red stars for her. I'm just going to put her diamonds in this slot. I wonder if that is going to be the case. I'm excited to see this happening towards the end of June. Why don't you let me know down in the comments below what you think of this change. And then Freedom Spire returns, which we have, I'm not going to go over because we have already done this. And Battle World is returning. So prepare for your next siege. Battle World returns with your chance to earn null character shards and other resources to prepare your forces for the fights ahead. The upcoming trip to Battle World will set 3 updates. Zone 1 Herald mission is being updated to feature a new boss, Ghost Rider. The requirement for this mission is the Mystic trait. So it wouldn't surprise me if this node here will have some sort of Cosmic Crucible benefits on it, and will be not tuned as such, but will be, how can we say, favoring the new Accursed team. However, I think because it is the Mystic trait, once you've got Mephisto and Odin, or one of those big bad, one of those big characters in there, I think you will do absolutely fine on this node anyway. The Swift Songbird combat mod is being replaced by Swift Helverine. Whenever Helverine is used on a mission with this mod, he will act first. Several missions have had their requirements updated to Mystic or a combination of Mystic and other traits. Be sure to check out the requirements for the complete details. So we'll see what that's like when this returns on Tuesday. And obviously it's saying here the Return of the King Black milestone means it's time to earn null red stars. The 6th red star is available this time. So getting his red stars for absolutely nothing is absolutely brilliant. Twitch drops. Don't forget you can score bonus rewards just by watching your favorite Marvel Strike Force streamers. Need help linking your account? Check our previous blog for a quick setup guide. 1 hour, 20,000 intel, 2 hours, 200 L4 modules, and 3 hours, 5 Helverine character shards. Cool. And then community challenges unlocked, new transmission incoming. So there is basically some challenges. It is a counting challenge at the moment, if I believe rightly, where you have to count up to or where the community needs to work together to count up to 10,000, I believe is the total at the moment. This is on the main Marvel Strike Force Discord. There is also the first server character celebration giveaway, which is closing on Monday. So get your entry in now. It's a chance to win 5 Helverine shards. So that is really cool. Looking for a video covering this blog, look no further than ZeroKoolGamer, who we covered earlier on in the Signal Boost for his video on the blog. And as per usual, please note the information in this blog is subject to change before going live in the game. Okay, so now we have the events that we're going to quickly cover. First off is Accursed Rain. This is that leaderboard event. You are going to be earning points by spending campaign energy, earning 1 Hellflare orb fragment from the arena, and opening Shadow King Diamond Orbs. Now, the Shadow King Diamond Orbs are a pay-to-play element, so that is not going to be on the cards for me, and also not going to be included in this breakdown. So I've got a top 100 free-to-play total at 46,256 points. And a top 10 in arena free-to-play total of 67,256 points. And to earn those points, you are going to need to do as well as you can in arena, top 100 at least. Do 4 50 core refreshes of campaign energy and spend all your campaign energy daily. And to go to the web store to collect the daily free claim. Now, we will go over this a little bit more tomorrow in the main event video when the events go live. But taking your top 100, 46,256, where will that get you? Well, 46,000 will get you to milestone 15 here, which is a fair way down. You're going to get some, not much to talk about really where that's concerned. The big thing here is the leaderboard, and that is the major draw here. And speaking of the leaderboard, here is the leaderboard for this. So if you can land within the top 7,000 players, you are going to earn yourself 1 Mystic G20 piece. So that's 25 of each of the Mystic items. Plus 2,000 Accursed Diamond Orb fragments. So that is 1 Accursed Diamond Orb and 30 Accursed Diamond credits, which I believe is enough to get you, if it's running like the Thunderbolts one, I believe that is just enough to get you a 1 diamond on one of the Accursed characters. And then we have Cosmic War. This is the Alliance event, which is also kicking off tomorrow. But again, we will cover this in more detail in tomorrow's event guide. And the only change this week, everything has stayed the same. The only major change this week is that you are playing Crucible, or getting points for playing Crucible, sorry, with Starjammers, and points for playing War with Absolute A-Force. Now, why does this make a change? Well, last week it was Liberty, who were just newly farmable last week, and they came out farmable towards the end of the week. And we had Vigilante, who aren't a farmable team at the moment. Now, Starjammers, as I said, they have gone to the Battle World store at the moment, so they are available in there, so you're going to be able to get hold of them at higher yellow stars. And Absolute A-Force is an already fountained team, so you should have all 5 members of those at 7 yellow stars. And because of that, that actually ups our known free-to-play total to 505,800 points. To do this, each Alliance member needs to do your 10 war battles. I believe, again, this week there is only 2 wars available. So, really and truthfully, guys, your Alliance, if you've got people not doing 10 war battles per war, I don't think that's good enough now for Alliances. I think 10 war battles should be a minimum. That's just my personal opinion. One of those war battles per war will need to be with Absolute A-Force. Now, you can apparently have these guys on defense, and I will be testing that because that is where the majority of my Absolute A-Force actually sit, is on defense. But yeah, so we'll test whether that works this week. And each Alliance member needs to do 6 Cosmic Crucible battles per trial, with 1 of those Cosmic Crucible battles per trial being used with the full Starjammers team. And that 505,000 points will get you down to milestone 18, which does get you that very first Thunderbolt Diamond Orb fragment, along with some Armory 19 Orb fragments and some Crimson Damage Catalysts and some of the molecular scans. So not quite down to those 5 Armory 20 orbs, but I guess they got to make some money somewhere. That concludes this week's briefing, Commanders. Make sure your teams are trained, your defenses are fortified, and your stores are spent before reset. As always, the Jetson Squad Discord is standing by for further intel, tactical support, or just some R&R with fellow operatives. Link is in the description down below. If this report served you well, hit that like button and subscribe so you're always in the loop. Until next time, keep your squad strong, your strategy sharper, and as always, stay positive.